What is going on, everybody? Christian Ballard here with Ballard Sports Media, coming at you with a live stream this week, doing the BSM Podcast. There we go, get the podcast style there. I know it's a. Let me turn that down real quick. Put that on vibrate there. There we go. We got it podcast style. I know the room looks cool though. How's everybody doing? Hope everyone's having a really good day. Shout out to Uncle Lou for letting me on the morning show last minute this morning, up out of nowhere. I get it though. There was some stuff he wanted to ask me. We cleared it up and all that, and then some. Talked some college football and everything. So, thanks for letting me on this morning, Uncle Lou. Love you, man. Appreciate it. I love all you guys. So I went ahead. I think I put the StreamYard link here. If anyone wants to join in, feel free to. We'll get you on. Just go ahead and click that, and I'll put you on from the back room. Hope everyone has had a really good day today. I don't know, man. It's stressful. It's crazy with work and all that, man. I mean, I can't catch a break. I worked from about 12 to 2:30. They let me off a little earlier. I worked from 5. I was supposed to work from 5 to 8 last night. It was probably a little later than that. I don't know. But that's just how it is, That's work. But I love my job. I'm not gonna work there forever. But I mean, again, I still plan on working there for as long as I possibly can, at least through the end of college. I'm in year 1 of 2, 2-year college. So maybe give it another year and then try to get into the actual sportscasting business. What's going on? Junkyard Dog 2003. We love you, Alabama fans too. Yeah, appreciate the comment you just gave me. Appreciate you, man. I love all you guys. I really do, man. Times are tough with the virus and all that, but just don't give up on it, Just don't. I put the StreamYard link if anyone wants to join in. Feel free to get you guys on. And yeah, we'll go from there. Let's see. Let's see what news is on here. Oh, that's right. What do we have this week? I'm trying to think. Man. What is Oh, that's right. SEC is back, people. Yes, sir. SEC football. Let's go. How about it? Some primetime matchups. Bama, Missouri play at 7 o'clock. Or is it maybe 7:30? Saturday night. We're 2 days away. It's Thursday. 7 o'clock. Here we go. And yeah, I'm excited, man. I mean, this is just one of those years where we're just going through some stuff, and whether you buy the virus or not, honestly, I know what I've said. It's there, of course. I don't know if I buy into it like everybody else does. I definitely don't. But it's there. And for us to get football, when a few months ago they were saying it might not happen. Look, they canceled March Madness. They're canceling baseball games. Yeah. It's finally here. I'm ready for it. Bama is a 27.5-point favorite. They got a 95% chance to win on Saturday. 7 o'clock against Missouri on the road. And it's been announced that Mac Jones will be the starting quarterback. Hey, Nana. Appreciate you showing up. SEC. And how about the Big Ten being back, too? We are Penn State. Penn State fan. So that's exciting as well. Florida, Ole Miss. I went through this morning on the morning show with Uncle Lou. We were looking at some of the SEC matchups for this weekend, and it's really interesting in terms of, I mean, just it's SEC football, and there's so many good teams. Alabama at Missouri. That's one game that you could look at and say, we know what's going to happen. Georgia at Arkansas. We know what's going to happen. We know how great Georgia is going to be this year. Although, if you ask a few Georgia fans, they're not so confident because of Jamie Newman and all that stuff. But look at some of these matchups, like LSU and Mississippi State. Mississippi State at LSU. The defending champs open up hosting Mississippi State. Florida at Ole Miss. This is interesting because Florida is number 5 in the country. They're one of the favorites for the East. I have them winning the East. They have such a great chance at the playoffs this year. Going on the road to Oxford to play Lane Kiffin, who has great experience in the SEC, as we know. So how can he, work with this program? We will definitely find out. If Ole Miss wins this weekend, holy crap, people. Holy crap. Kentucky at Auburn, I think, is the most intriguing matchup. Kentucky's always a very interesting program to watch and see. But this is in Jordan-Hare. So we'll see what happens. I think Kentucky's one of those programs. They're competitive, at least in terms of against teams like Florida, obviously, South Carolina, so there's just so many matchups. Look at the ACC, Florida State at Miami. That's a good rivalry. Let's see. Getting back to some SEC matchups, I think this is definitely one to circle. 7:30 game on the SEC networks. Tennessee goes to South Carolina. South Carolina's unranked. This is in Williams-Brice Stadium in Columbia, South Carolina. And Tennessee, ranked at 16, Jeremy Pruitt gets an early test. And so it'll be interesting to see. I'm looking forward to it. So SEC, it just means more. Happy to have it back. What's going on? Let's see what we got in here. Junkyard Dog, my Nana, love you. Thanks for showing up. The Bet, shout out to Junkyard. What's up, Real Big Lee? How you doing, man? Appreciate it. So, yeah, SEC's back. ACC started last week. Big Ten's going to start here, I guess, in October. And they're going to find a way to, play 8 games instead of 10. And they'll try to finish up when everyone else does. Pac-12 hasn't said anything. Big 12, I think, already started as well. So we've really been sitting here just waiting on the SEC and seeing what they would do when they're going to start. They said September 26th, and it's 2 days away. I love it. I love it. NBA, we're getting closer to the end of that. You got the Western Finals, the Lakers and the Nuggets. LA leading the series 2-1. I see you back there, Real Big Lee. Let me get on with this real quick, though. So I think I had the Lakers and the Bucks from the finals. Obviously, that's now wrong. I think it most likely will be the Celtics. If they can find a way, I don't know. But Miami Heat, it's looking right now Miami Heat has a really good chance. The Lakers are right there. Lakers lead the Denver Nuggets in this series 2-1. Miami leads the Celtics 3-1. So we know what it's looking like. What's up, Real Big Lee?
What's up, man? You doing all right today?
I'm doing great, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing great, man. 2 more days.
SEC's back, baby. Let's go.
Finally, some real football games. It's bad when the best games we've had have been the Sun Belt games. That's ridiculous.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I mean, even the ACC, which I don't know. I expect the ACC to improve this year, but I haven't seen a whole lot of action like I wanted to.
The best two teams I see right now, in my opinion, are Clemson, which is the best, and then Miami.
Oh yeah.
I mean, and Miami ain't. I mean, they're ways away from Clemson, in my opinion. But that could change. They might get better. I don't know when they play. I think they play close to the mid-season, don't they? Miami and
Yeah,
Clemson.
yeah. I think so.
By then, Miami could be better. They got a good defense, but
Oh yeah, they got some guys on the defensive side of the ball that look like they could be first or second round talent in the draft. A couple edge rushers here or there.
I tell you, I am ready for Saturday.
Yes, sir.
Man, I wish that I think Florida and Ole Miss and Auburn and Kentucky probably two of the best games, and they both at 12 o'clock.
Yeah,
That's
you
two of
get
the most
two
interesting
TVs,
games.
brother. Two
Do I?
TVs, set them up and watch them.
I got two TVs, but I have to flip back and forth. I'm sitting outside on the porch. I'm just gonna flip back and forth.
Yeah, I'm curious where College Game Day and SEC Nation are going to be this weekend. Here we go. College Game Day scheduled at Hard Rock Stadium for Miami and Florida State. Okay, so that's
I know. Yeah, I did know that. I did know that. What about SEC Nation?
Let's see. I'm looking real quick.
I like SEC Nation, but it's gonna be different this year without Paul Feinbaum and Marcus Spears.
Yeah, I like both of them. Marcus Spears is pretty cool.
Yeah, I like him. He's very knowledgeable, but I'm gonna miss both of them.
They're not going to be traveling. They're I guess instead airing from ESPN Studios and Endless. So it really doesn't matter where they're going to be, but I guess they're still going to have it. The SEC Nation.
Well, that's crazy. I figured that'd be somewhere.
Yeah. Well, I've heard rumors like as we get into the SEC and everything, like the Bama Georgia games in Tuscaloosa. I've heard rumors that they'll probably go and put game day there. I think they should. Like when SEC starts to like as we get into the SEC schedule and everything, there's going to be some really good SEC matchups, man. That game day is going to have to look out for.
Well, it starts next week with Georgia and Auburn. That's gonna be a big matchup. Week 2.
Is that week 2 right there for SEC?
Week 2. Yeah.
Yes, sir.
So Georgia. I mean, I know it sounds like I'm a homer, but they probably got the toughest first 4 games. We got can't count Arkansas, but you got Arkansas, Auburn at home, Tennessee at home, and then at Alabama. Then you got to go to Kentucky. Them 4 games there.
Holy crap, dude!
If we can make it through them 4 games there without one loss, the rest of them should be. We got after Florida, so I ain't trying to. I ain't trying to say Florida's terrible, but you got an off week after Kentucky, then Florida, but after that you got South Carolina, Vanderbilt, Missouri, Mississippi State.
Yeah.
Georgia,
let me ask you.
Go ahead. I'm sorry.
Oh, I was just going to ask you real quick. I don't expect this to happen. I doubt anyone does. You'd have to be on some serious drugs. But let's say Georgia, because, I mean, they got so much stuff going on. I know you guys are still upset about the whole Jamie Newman thing. Now it's like Dwan Mathis or whoever the heck. Let's say they crap the bed this week and lose to Arkansas. What's the reaction going to be like in Athens? Like, are you going to just be so upset you can't even say anything? Are you like, is everyone going to go wild? Like, if they crap the bed this weekend,
I start pinching myself to make sure I ain't asleep, and then after I wake up, I don't know.
I'm not saying. I think obviously they have a really fair chance to win this. They should win it. There's no reason to lose. But SEC and it's week 1. Who knows what's going to happen?
I like the Sam Pittman hire.
Yeah.
Not because I think he's going to be a great head coach. I just think he's going to be a more of a stability type coach. Like he's going to bring some stability. If Arkansas can get back to winning 8-9 games a year, they'll be happy as hell up there.
I think they'd be glad if they went 6-6 at some point and just say, "Hey, we're making bowl games."
Right now, they just need to make it to a bowl. That's their goal. But Sam Pittman hired some good. He hired some good coordinators, Kendall Brow and what's the damn coach at Missouri that got fired?
That was Barry Odom, I think.
God, what's his name? Anyway, he hired Missouri's ex-head coach. He's a good defensive mind. And I like him. Missouri always had a good defense. They just didn't have the talent to keep up with everybody.
Oh, yeah. It's Barry Odom, who was the previous head coach at Mizzou. He's the defensive coordinator. And some guy named Eli Drinkwitz took his place as the head coach at Missouri.
Yeah. I was just talking about he hired that coach. And so he made some good slam dunk hires, in my opinion, but they just a talent gap, man. And Felipe Franks, he ain't great, but he can win. I think he can win them a game just because of his legs more than what they would have if they had who the hell they had last. I couldn't even take the quarterback they had last year. They got a hell of a running back. I can't even think of his name right now, but he was the bright spot last year, but nobody knew about him because Arkansas was horrible.
Right. See, that's the thing about these teams too, is like even Vanderbilt, who's at the bottom of the East all the time. I mean, they suck too. The Buccaneers, I'm a Buccaneers fan, unbiased though, trying to be a sportscaster, but they picked up a guy in the draft this year, Keyshawn Vaughn, who I like.
Oh yeah, he's good.
I mean, we always like to look at the teams and say, oh, this is a team that went 2-10, and now they're going to take a running back or whatever from a 2-10 team or a 3-9 team. It all comes down to the coaching and everything. You can have a talented guy, but man, it's not going to get you very far if you ain't got the coaching and everyone else around them.
Yeah, you can't. You can't go by a school's record because there's been several first-round picks that come from schools that ain't even win 2 or 3 games. Quarterbacks now, you know what I mean? But yeah, Keyshawn Vaughn was good. They had. I remember I went to the Vanderbilt game last year. All I heard, Vanderbilt ain't really got no fan base, honestly. But all the news want to talk about was they call quote unquote Big Three, which I can't think of that wide receiver's name they had, but they had Pinckney, which was their tight end, and then Keyshawn Vaughn. That's all they talked about was the Big Three, and hell, none of them do nothing. But Georgia's defense, ain't many people did anything with Georgia's defense last year, so you can't go by that. But Vanderbilt usually has a 2 or 3 highly drafted players. But like you said, it's Vanderbilt. Nobody pays attention to them. But I like Derek Mason. I think he's I think he's a better defensive coordinator than he is coach. But it's Vanderbilt. You can't.
Yeah, I mean, I'm looking at Vanderbilt football's Wikipedia page. I know you can at least, go off what you see here. I'm sure, at least with football stuff. Here's some stats for you. 14 conference titles, none since they joined the SEC. They have been in conferences like the Independent, the Southern Conference, something that's like SIAA. All-time record, 609, 629, and 50.
Them 609 wins came in like the 30s and 20s and 30s and 40s.
Right.
See, the SEC, when that first came out, you know who the powerhouses was in the SEC? Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt.
Oh, yeah?
They were
when it first came out, that's right.
When they first came out, Georgia Tech and Vanderbilt were the 2 powerhouses.
Mm-hmm.
Because, just to be honest with you, they didn't have black players, so all the smart players, white players, went to them 2 schools. But
how did I miss this? Bowl games. James Franklin, who's the current head coach at Penn State. How did I miss that? He was the former head coach there, man.
You didn't know that? He went
I didn't know.
2 or 3 9-win seasons. They ain't never done that before. Like 70 years.
He took them to 3 straight bowl games: the Liberty Bowl, the Music City Bowl, and then the Compass Bowl. He lost the Liberty Bowl to Cincinnati. He won against NC State in the Music City.
Yeah.
And then the Compass Bowl, he won against Houston.
He beat us in 2013. Georgia.
Oh, yeah?
It was a bullshit call, but that's back when they had the targeting, but even if they said it wasn't targeting, they still gave them the yards.
Oh, yeah.
and it was fourth down, and Ramik Wilson hit the hell out of their damn wide receiver, and they called targeting, and it was on fourth down, so he didn't get it. But they said it wasn't targeting, but they still gave him the yards. So they got first
so
down
many thoughts.
and went in and scored. Yeah. I remember that game yesterday. That's when I believe Mark Richt should have been fired after that game there.
But they still kept him, didn't they?
Yeah, well, 2 more years. Yeah.
I got so many thoughts on like certain
penalties. I read an article one time a while back about the 2013 season.
Yeah.
There was one guy, he said that Georgia should have fired Mark Richt in 2013 and hired James Franklin. I always thought that would have been an interesting hire.
Yeah.
He's a good coach. I mean, I don't think he's the greatest recruiter, but he's a good coach.
Right.
But you can shut up, dog. You can hire recruiters. I mean,
oh yeah, that's how it was for like Alabama basketball. So they just finished, or they didn't finish because remember March Madness got canceled and all that. But they're entering year 2 with the new head coach Nate Oates. And I remember when he first got hired last year, I called the Feinbaum show and I asked him, "What are your thoughts on this hire?" And he was telling me, he's like, "Well, Avery Johnson, the previous coach that just got fired, he was a really great recruiter, but he could not get the job done." So when you look at what Nate Oates did with Buffalo and blah, 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 like you need a coach that can recruit well. There's great recruiters, but man, they can't handle putting them on the field,
Like Florida fans like to make fun of Kirby Smart and say he's not a good head coach. But they want to talk about how good of a coach Dan Mullen is, but Dan Mullen can't recruit.
That's true.
And Kirby Smart has beat Dan Mullen up and down the field the last 3 years, going back to 2017. So you tell me what's more important, good coaching or good recruiting?
I think they're both just as important, but at the same time, like if you like Tua, let's say Tua's in Miami now, right? He's a great recruit. He's a great quarterback. He's going to be great on the next level, right? If he could stay healthy. But let's say Brian Flores can't coach the team. Is Tua going to be winning Super Bowls?
No. Dan Marino couldn't win a Super Bowl there. Nobody will. One of the greatest quarterbacks to ever play the game. And he couldn't win. He played 2 of them, I think. And I don't think, and Dan Mullen to me is about the most overrated coach. Like,
in the SEC,
he's a good coach. He's in college football to me. He's a good coach. I mean, I'm not saying he's not, but it's just like they think at Mississippi State he had some good teams, but Dak Prescott saved his job. He was about to get fired.
Oh yeah, for sure, man.
Dak Prescott's first year, he went 5-7, and they made a bowl game. Because there weren't enough teams to fill the bowl, so they let 5 and 7 teams go.
Oh yeah,
he won the bowl game, went 6-7, and Dak Prescott came in. I don't think he started the year, but he came in the quarterback.
Mm-hmm.
Let me ask you one question, Ballard. Who was Mississippi State's quarterback for Dak Prescott? Nobody knows.
Yeah,
Nobody knows. Dak Prescott saved his job, and then he had a good team in 2014. First team to be ranked number 1 in the playoffs, but then they got it pushed in by Georgia Tech in the Orange Bowl. I mean,
oh yeah.
And then after that, he couldn't do nothing. He had one good season, but right before that season happened, he was about to get fired.
Right.
But and Uncle Lou brings up a good point. If he's such a damn quarterback guru, why the hell would Felipe Franks playing?
Exactly.
And Kyle Trask ain't the greatest, but he's better than Felipe Franks.
Yeah, I feel like, I'm going to be honest, and I don't know about you, I feel like maybe people give Kyle Trask more crap than they probably should because he's a great quarterback, but, at the same time, like, he's eligible for the draft this year. What's Florida going to do after he's gone?
He's Jake Fromm with better wide receivers, in my opinion.
Yeah.
Because he came in, about third, fourth game against Kentucky, and I watched that whole entire game. Kentucky was beating the hell out. Florida couldn't do nothing. Mm-hmm. Like they couldn't. And Felipe Franks went out with his ankle or knee, whatever the hell it was. I can't remember, but Kyle Trask on the field, it was like a different Florida team, like completely different.
Yeah.
And I believe sometimes that players they might have wanted Kyle Trask the whole time, and then they didn't get him. And then when he come out, they just played better. Like defense played better, offense played better. Like these players know these like quarterbacks and everything. They know who's better, but sometimes the coaches, I don't know. I can't. You get what I'm saying. But I remember that game when Kyle Trask on the field. That was a different Florida team instantly. If Felipe would have stayed in the game another quarter and a half, they would have lost that game big.
Oh, I'm sure. And I'm going to be honest. Kyle Trask. I like Kyle Trask, right?
Yeah.
But here's the thing. He's got a great arm, but I want to see him when he's under pressure and stuff. What's he going to do?
Now everybody's got a whole year of tape on him pretty much. So now he's not the guy hiding on the bench. Now he's a starter, which he was all last year too. But I always heard when Alabama had Jalen Hurts that a lot of the players knew Tua was better, but Jalen Hurts was starting, and when he came on, it was a different Alabama team. So kind of the same thing. Sometimes people just want to go with experience, and Kirby Smart's bad about that too. But in my opinion, talent outweighs experience.
Look at this. I'm looking at some sports stuff on like Facebook and all that. College football trash talk nation. Again, it's trash talk.
Yeah.
But could you imagine if these were the actual SEC power rankings?
I can only imagine what you've been telling me.
Jesus. Florida number 1. Bama number 2, LSU, Georgia, A&M, Tennessee, Ole Miss. Ole Miss over Auburn.
You know who made that? That's a Florida fan made that. Nobody that's respectable made Florida number 1 team in the SEC. I'm a Georgia fan. I wouldn't even put Georgia number 1 at the number 1 team in the SEC. It's clearly Alabama, and then Georgia. I would say Auburn, LSU, Tennessee.
Right. Now there's a chance.
After that, it really don't matter.
Yeah, I know that.
Florida. I forgot about Florida. Florida probably number 3 or 4, I would say, in the SEC.
What's up, Rise Up?
You're still going
8. Come on.
You're still going 8-8.
Oh, whatever.
Hey, Rise Up. You might want to ease up on that. We 0-2, buddy, bro. So you might want to ease up on that.
Yeah, well, we're gonna be kind of bad this year.
If we can learn how to damn jump on a ball and it's fucking spinning like a dead biscuit.
I do not know how Quinn's talking about they knew how to do it. No, they did not. They absolutely did not know how to do it. They didn't know how to jump on a ball. Never probably knew how to jump on a ball.
He knows you can jump on a damn football before it hits 10 yards when you're on the damn receiving team. Shit.
Yeah.
That's ridiculous.
Rules.
Oh, speaking of Florida, here we go. 247 Sports uploaded. Florida football grand season preview and predictions. I'm going to watch that later. You better know it, buddy. They'll be good. I mean, you can't give them crap all that much, but at the same time, maybe Florida is a little overhyped as we, go each year,
It's been proven that Dan Mullen can't stand. Like the last 2 years, Georgia has played like shit up to that Florida game, and Florida was getting all the damn.
Florida should have. Florida, and just be real, like Georgia has not been its best with Jake Fromm. Florida should have already beaten Georgia, like even last year, I think, honestly.
Florida was the better team coming into that game, but Georgia, 2017, I remember that game. They beat the living shit out of LSU. That's everybody wanted to talk about that. And Georgia was
Florida?
I think that was Florida. No. Mississippi State. I'm sorry. Mississippi State beat the hell out of LSU. That's when Dan Mullen was his coach there. And I think that was the third or fourth game.
Yeah.
I can't remember. But anyway, Georgia was playing all right. Them beat Notre Dame and some 2 nobodies, I think. I think it was the 4th game. We played Stanford, I think, and they played LSU, beat the hell out of them. Mm-hmm. Man, for a whole week, that's all I heard was Mississippi State. Georgia couldn't handle Mississippi State's physicality. That's the word I use, physicality. Couldn't match it. beat them 31-3. And then in 2018, Florida, Georgia just got pushed in by LSU, played like shit, and I think Florida beat LSU like the week before or week after. No, yeah, they beat LSU and we played them the next weekend. They beat the hell out of us. And then we went to bye week. That's all they talked about was Florida. We're just gonna do this. Man, we beat the hell out of them boys, 34-17. And then last year, the same damn thing. We played like shit. Jake Fromm couldn't complete a pass, 10 foot in front of him, and it comes out and went for like shit. Never got sacked. Went for like 5 of 5 on third down. I mean, it was just like
it was bad.
I mean, it looked great, but
but like
but and that's the thing about it. But they always give him the hot. Every time Dan Mullen gets a bunch of hot, he just can't hold up to it.
Yeah, it's like if they just would quit, they would quit hyping them up. If they would quit hyping them up.
Hey, Bal, I'll be right back.
All right,
I'm gonna go mute right quick.
Yeah, but I would say, man, it's like Big Lee just said. It's like the more they hype up Dan Mullen, it's like the worse it is for him. So if they quit hyping him up, maybe it would be better on him. I don't know. What's up, Rise Up?
Yeah, you're going 8-8 still.
No, we're not. Said a Falcons fan, dude. The Falcons are going to have a way worse record than the Bucks.
Yeah, we will, but
halfway through this season, a little after, if they get a 9th win, I swear to you, Rise Up. 9. You can't take a win away. You just can't.
Y'all might go 9-7. I'll give y'all that.
Flip the record we had last year.
Yeah, but you'll be repping the Kansas City Chiefs weeks. Yeah, but you'll be repping the Atlanta Falcons week 16.
Yeah, we'll represent and then we'll beat.
Yeah. Yeah. We remember we got that bet now.
Yeah.
Week 15.
Yep.
You better make sure that Tom Brady's able to hold up.
Mm-hmm. What was the for the people? What was the bet we made?
The loser has to rep the winner's team for the next week
on a live stream, or not like a full straight, but you give them credit and stuff.
No, you gotta literally come out and become a fan of the winner's team for a whole week.
Okay.
All right, I'm back. Sorry about that.
You're good, man.
My daughter was about to go to dance class. I won't get her in the car.
Mm-hmm.
So when did the Bucks and the Falcons play?
Week 15 and week 17.
Yeah, it's kind of rough how they got that because it's in Atlanta week 15 and then it's back in Tampa Bay week 17.
What is Tom Brady looking like? I ain't had a chance to catch one of them games yet.
I'm not even gonna get into it. His QBR rating. I swear.
What about Leonard Fournette? I seen like the first game he done pretty good, didn't
he? He has had 108 rushing yards, 17 carries, and 2 touchdowns.
Oh.
So it's still getting up and going.
So that's
give
about
it time, Rise up, give it time, buddy. I promise you, buddy.
I promise you, going 8-8.
I wasn't a big Leonard Fournette fan because he was one of the first ones to sit out the bowl game, and that is all just trickled down since then. I'll be honest with you, the guys, the first ones to do that, you don't even know who the hell they are in the NFL. Leonard Fournette, everybody knows who he is because he's a first round draft pick.
Yeah.
But he's a bust, in my opinion. He wasn't first round worthy. What his numbers are,
We'll
you know
see.
what I mean?
We'll see what it looks like. I mean, the Bucks have quite a few. Again, they got that Keyshawn Vaughn guy I mentioned a little earlier. They got Ronald Jones, and I mean, they got talent. They got some guys on there, but
sometimes it takes maybe it takes a different scenery, to open them up. Because I've heard stories about Jaguars. It's not a good organization from what I've heard.
They're tanking for Trevor Lawrence this year.
I wouldn't say that, honestly. They're 1-1, and they'll probably get a win tonight.
Who's their quarterback? Is it still Garner Minshew?
Yeah. Uncle Rico from Napoleon Dynamite.
I like Gardner Minshew. He's pretty cool.
Yeah.
You talk about a world traveler. He started like Troy, then went to East Carolina or 1 to 2 verse, then went all the way to damn Washington State. Now he's back in damn Jacksonville.
Yeah.
That's a damn world traveler there.
They're a 3-point favorite against the Dolphins tonight.
Who is the Dolphins quarterback right now?
Ryan Fitzpatrick.
Oh well,
they're going between him and Josh Rosen.
Now that's
no. Rosen got signed to the Bucks on the practice squad.
Yeah, you are a bandwagon then, because if you don't even know Josh Rosen was signed to your
practice, I just remember, dude.
Damn practice squad.
Practice squad.
Now that's a damn first round. He was a first round draft pick last year.
Arizona. They draft, dude. The Cardinals drafted him at pick 7. Here's what happened. So the Buccaneers had the 7th pick in 2018. The Cardinals were sitting there, I think, at like 12. They traded up to get this quarterback, right? The Bucks ended up taking Vita Vea, defensive tackle from Washington, with the 12th pick. Then the next year, guess who has the number 1 pick? The Cardinals. And who do they take? Kyler Murray.
That's because
they traded up a wasted trade just to get rid of the guy.
They got what's his damn name? The one for Texas Tech.
Kingsbury.
The coach.
Cliff Kingsbury.
Yeah, Cliff Kingsbury. Yeah.
What's up, Marcus? How you doing?
That's Florida man, Marcus Aurelius.
He's a Florida man, though. You're a Florida man, woo.
He's still harassing people about their damn mask.
I don't know.
It worked. We got college football.
Yeah, right.
We got NFL football.
Yeah. College is better, though.
Nah, NFL's better.
Come on,
NFL is terrible.
It's a business.
Exactly. That's the problem with it. Same thing with the damn Braves. It's damn business. They worry about making money versus winning games.
College, you go for the experience. That's why they're letting fans and stuff in, because fans love the experience.
I've been to one NFL game, and I've been to several Georgia games. They don't even compare.
Yeah.
It doesn't even compare.
I've never been to a college football game. I haven't been to a Bama game yet. I live in Florida, so don't even.
Yeah, I
went to a Buccaneers game a few years ago. I think they had first got Winston, and we went with like the church or whatever. Everyone bought tickets for the youth group to go. So, and they played the Bengals, and I think they ended up losing.
Well, I will say this:
so hot.
You watch on TV when the Falcons were good. When was it? 2016-17 went to the Super Bowl. You watch the fans on that like the Falcons then versus now. Completely ain't got fans in the stand, but you get when the NFL team is good, the fans are different than what they are when they're terrible. That's what I'm trying to say. But in college, them motherfuckers could be 0-11, finna go to 12th game. Them fans still finna show up and raise hell.
Oh yeah.
But I've only been to one away stadium, that was Vanderbilt. I went to the Citrus Bowl in Orlando when Georgia played Nebraska in 2013-2012 season, after we lost to Alabama in the SEC championship game. But I've been to several Georgia games in Athens. Boy, it's crazy, man.
Oh yeah, I'm sure.
You need to go to a game one day. I mean, you ain't 18. You got a long ways to go, but yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I was always a big Georgia fan and watched them and followed them. But when I went to a game, it was like a damn light switch went off. I was nuts about them.
Here's so I was in Alabama for 2 months visiting grandparents and everything over the summer. Yeah. I've never been to a Bama game, but I got to go to Tuscaloosa for the first time. I tried to do a live stream. I ended up doing 2 parts of it that were like only 5 minutes each, and it sucked. But I'm like, you know what? I'll keep it up anyway. So I'll play those real quick. They're only like here's the first one. This doesn't make any sense. Look at this. Part 2. This is part 2. This is part 1. This was uploaded in between. How is this possible? I don't even know. But here's it. They were doing like construction and stuff.
The stadium, of course, is back that way, as you guys probably guessed. We got right here the communications building.
That's where all the broadcasting and everything is.
Did you see Brian Denny?
I figured I'd do a live stream today.
Yeah, I did.
In Tuscaloosa, visiting the campus and everything. No, I'm not going to college here, but I've always wanted to come here. So,
where does it cut out? Hold on.
Fun week 3, buddy. I'll tell you that. What's up, Junkyard Dog? Says.
Oh yeah, Junkyard Dog.
Yeah,
got
have
in
fun
here.
week 3, buddy. I'll tell you that.
It's not week 3 now, but
week 4
everyone's
now.
having a good day.
Yeah, I really wish we had a regular full season. Georgia needs that.
Yeah.
What'd you say, Big Lee?
I said I wish Georgia. I wish the regular season would have happened. Georgia really needed that, But
oh yeah,
it is what it is, man.
Right here,
I'm excited to see what the One Mass is gonna do, man. I've been.
Oh yeah.
Like One Mass.
I don't know.
Wait, that the One Mass is gonna start on Saturday.
He got the talent, but can he put it together? I don't know.
We'll find out.
So let's see.
I bet we'll find out more next weekend than we will this weekend. To be honest.
This was showing a map of the campus and stuff, I guess.
Yeah,
I've been in Tuscaloosa, like working, delivering and stuff.
Yeah.
And then one time I had to deliver in Tuscaloosa to a damn feed store, and I asked him, I said, where the hell's the damn stadium at? And he like, Tuscaloosa is different than Athens. Athens is just like built around the school, but Tuscaloosa is different than that. But it's.
Yeah,
I literally could throw a rock and hit the stadium, but where I was at, you couldn't see it. It was weird. You get what I'm saying? Like,
oh yeah, it's funny, man. I don't know what I had exited out of the live stream app that I had. I said the words. I guess I'm still live, and it cut me off.
Yeah, your Bucks suck, and Marcus, you're going.
Yeah, I know.
Kind of cut the live stream off, so this is. I guess
Rise Up. He's something else, ain't he?
Yeah, he is. Roll Tide to him though, but man, he
is very knowledgeable about the Falcons. I will give him that.
Oh yeah, definitely.
But, yeah,
I tried watching him, and there's no offense to him, but his voice it's like damn chalk on a fingernail on a chalkboard.
I was trying to show you guys the map.
He ain't 15 years old either, so that's part of it.
Trying to take a photo of it, and I guess
he knows he knows about them damn Falcons though.
Oh yeah.
Oh okay.
Yeah, but I was just I was walking around when we went, and I tried to I didn't get as much as I wanted to. I don't know why the app wasn't working so well. It kept cutting out and stuff.
That's
but
what he was saying. He's not sure though. That's something I'll definitely have to research. Maybe do.
We just walking around the campus.
Oh yeah, we were seeing like all the. We kind of just saw like Denny Chimes and Bryant Denny, and then I went with my other grandparents at some point, and we saw all the we actually got a tour. So
yeah.
You ever eat at Dreamland or anywhere?
I've heard of that Dreamland, but no, I haven't.
Oh man, they freaking love it. I got a rib sandwich. Oh,
you know what's weird about that? They put a Dreamland barbecue in the new Mercedes-Benz. They did. They might not have it now, but one time it was a Dreamland barbecue in the new Mercedes-Benz stadium. I don't know if they still got that or not. Yeah, there's a bunch of Georgia fans up and roar about that shit because it's the Alabama and the Tuscaloosa type thing.
Oh yeah.
Why couldn't you put a Georgia, barbecue joint in there? But I heard it was good. I mean, barbecue. I love some damn barbecue. That's one of my favorite things. Matter of fact, I'm smoking ribs Saturday for some Razorback ribs Saturday.
Bro,
I love.
kind.
Yeah, well, I like ribs, but it ain't one of my favorite things. I'm more of a chicken and hamburger grilling person.
Oh yeah, I'll tell you what, man. I mentioned my grandparents. My grandfather, my dad's dad. He said to me this summer because we spent 2 months in Alabama, just visiting grandparents and everything, just spending time with them. And, we would go back and forth between my mom's parents, my dad's parents. So he was telling me, he said, anytime I can grill, I will. Hamburgers, hot dogs, chicken. So we grilled a lot. Like there was a night where we were going to have like company the next day. He started smoking something at like 9, 10 o'clock at night into the morning. He's staying up outside and I'm like, you're never going to bed, are you?
I agree. Oh, shit.
All off the belly and stuff, man.
I grill about every damn night, usually.
Yeah.
Matter of fact, I'm grilling right now.
Oh, yeah? What you making?
See what we got here. How you switch this?
I can see. What is that?
Chicken tenders.
Oh, heck yeah, man. That looks good.
Chicken tenders wrapped in bacon. That's one of the best things you'll ever eat in your life.
Oh, I thought I saw some bacon there. I couldn't tell what it was, though.
Yeah, I usually grill 2 or 3 times during the week. This week been kind of slack because I've had so much shit going on. But I ain't much. I love ribs. I just don't cook them a lot. But I looked for a recipe. It takes 4 hours to cook them, smoking them.
Yeah.
2 hours, and then after 2 hours, you put them in tinfoil with some applesauce. 2 more hours. So I'm gonna try it out. It sounds good.
You let it cook. Let it cook when it's just raw meat. Let it cook enough. Wrap it in foil. Put it in for another few hours or so, and season it and all that, man.
So my wife bought me a pit boss, which is like a pellet grill. You know what I'm talking about?
Oh yeah.
Man, it's the best damn thing I ever had in my life. Don't ever buy a propane grill. They ain't worth for shit. That damn meat don't pay for damn.
Right.
If it ain't pellet grill or charcoal, it ain't worth for shit.
Right, I got you.
As far as the way the meat tastes.
Yeah.
So what you think about Missouri? What you think they're gonna do against y'all?
I mean, I'm not gonna sit here and say it's gonna be competitive. I really don't know. I mean, it's SEC and it's on the road for Alabama, so we'll see what happens with it. I'm sure they'll put some points up. I don't think Bama's gonna blow them out. I think you might see a score maybe like 38-10 or something. It's not. I'm sure they got good defense.
Well, from what I've seen so far in the football seasons, I think you're gonna see a lot of scores that look different than what you in your mind because like why? I mean, okay, I don't know if Bryce Young is gonna be y'all starting quarterback eventually or Mac Jones.
We'll see.
But you're not gonna leave your starters out there if it's say it's 24-3 going into halftime. You know damn well he's gonna take your starters out because the longer they stay out there, the more chances of something happening. And then in a year like this, you need every starter you can get.
Yeah, I would agree. I mean, in recent years, like when Jalen was the backup a few years ago, or when Tua wasn't starting quite yet, Saban would wait until at least the fourth quarter just to run the score up. If it's like 52-10 against Colorado State or someone like it was, he's putting Tua in or Jalen or whoever the backup is to run the score up and just give your starting quarterback who you need, give them a break. Because you don't need why do you need them in there? The game's done.
In Georgia 38, Arkansas 24, and people are like, oh my God, they look terrible. They look at the score and think, oh my God, Georgia ain't wolf for shit, but they don't realize in the third quarter we had a third string quarterback and third string defense that are playing. Because you don't want them, the longer they out there, the more chance that somebody on Arkansas has corona give to Georgia.
Mm-hmm.
And that's what you've seen that this year. Like starting with the first game, BYU and the Navy. And I'm not getting into the whole BYU thing, but in my mind, I know what Navy has been the last few years. That triple option is hard to defend. But then you come out and find out that Navy ain't been tackling. And you could tell from the first damn drive.
They look terrible.
No, that's what I'm saying. And BYU
they looked like they didn't know what they were there for. Like, is this actually a football game? Are we actually playing? What?
I think, and you're going to see games like that this year. You're going to see teams win games that and normal year wouldn't even had a chance to even be on the field. Because what if Georgia goes into Alabama and then at the same time you got 3 starting offensive linemen out and y'all still got Waddle, don't you? Wide receiver.
Oh yeah, he's a junior this year. I think he was.
Waddle's out, and then a couple of wide receivers you got a couple wide receivers out, and we win that game. But then you come back and beat our ass in the SEC championship game. You're gonna see games like that this year. That I'm not saying Georgia couldn't beat y'all, but you get what I'm saying. Like, there's going to be a lot of, like, Missouri could put 30 points on y'all because y'all let your foot off the gas in the third quarter, where normal year.
Like, if they give up, they just give up and just be like, oh, well, we're already up by 50 going into halftime. We'll just, whatever. No, keep it going. Don't let them.
But you got to keep it in your mind that this is a Corona year. That it's different. That the team has practiced different. I don't expect Joe out in a normal year last year, and if it's been a normal year, Georgia would beat Arkansas 45-10 or something like that.
Yeah,
but it could easily be, like I said, 35-24, easily.
Yeah, because we don't know what Arkansas has been up to with their new head.
You're right about that. But I'm just talking about if Georgia's up 2 scores, there's no need to keep that off. And it's the middle of the third quarter, fourth quarter, and they ain't been able to do nothing. There's no need to keep our starting quarterback because you got to play 10 SEC games. I don't give a shit if it's Arkansas or Vanderbilt.
Right.
All the way to Alabama and Georgia. It's 10 SEC games. It could easily be Georgia and Alabama in the SEC championship game again. Both of them are 8-2, and I would not be surprised at all.
Yeah, and the winner can still get into the playoffs, probably.
Yeah, well, yeah, of course. Hell yeah, because then the Big Ten ain't playing but 8, 9.
Right.
There ain't nobody in the country, I don't think, can play 10 SEC games and go undefeated.
SEC is more competitive anyway. They'll understand. What's up, Neo?
What's up, Neo? But yeah, that's just I want to temper my expectations of like what our offense can be. Like, I really feel like Kirby was going to be more sling it around, more spread type offense, whatever you want to call it, wide open. But all this shit going on, maybe you just need a conservative type offense this year. And if you finish 8-2 and you play for the SEC championship game, you're going to make it to the playoffs, regardless.
Yes. Yeah.
That's just how. I want us to score 45, 50 points a game, but I also know that's not going to happen because of what all the shit. Because the more you play players this year, the more chance they're going to get injured or corona, anything like that. And you damn sure don't want to be going into Alabama or hell, even going to Kentucky after we play Alabama with players hurt or Alabama might have a player that got corona and didn't know it, or Georgia might have a player that had corona. Alabama don't want to be playing their starters if the game's well in hand. But it's going to be a very different year. And I guess what I'm saying is, like with the Kentucky and Auburn game, I'll give Kentucky a better chance this year than I would have if it's been a regular damn year. Even Ole Miss. That's why I think Kentucky's going to be tough for Auburn. I think they can beat them just because they're going to have a good offensive line, and they got a quarterback that can run around. They're always going to have a good defense with Stoops there. So I mean, it's just going to be some weird scores. So I know, like I wouldn't bet on the damn game right now for nothing in the world because you don't know who to.
What do you think? I know you said
26.5 point favorite for Georgia. You think, oh hell, they can beat them by 40. Yeah, they could, but they're not because it's a damn different year.
Right. So I know what you. Oh, go ahead.
No, I'm saying Kirby's already conservative. I believe he's gonna be even more conservative this year. I know it's gonna make Uncle Lou mad as hell, but that's what I've been thinking this whole damn time. But I hope I'm surprised. I hope I'm wrong. I hope Kirby like the hell with it. Let's let it sling it.
What do you think about LSU this year? I know they lose a whole lot, but like look at a game like Alabama going to Death Valley this year. I mean,
this is what I think about LSU. I think at the beginning of the season they were very overrated because they lost so much.
Mm-hmm.
But then they lost all them players opted out. Especially Jamar Chase, the best player, probably the best wide receiver in college football, one of them, top 5 at least.
Oh, yeah.
Top 3 more likely. But anyway, lost him, and then now I think they're underrated, and that's where they want to be.
They want to be another underdog. Because no one expected them to make the playoffs or do anything like that last year. Be real.
If you would have bet $100 on LSU winning the national championship, you'd have won a shit ton of money.
Yeah. Wow. It would have been crazy.
Nobody seen that coming. Nobody. Not even LSU fans seen that coming.
I thought last year they had a chance to at least compete for the West. But man, if you would have asked me, hey, you think LSU could compete with Bama this year? Yeah, probably. You think they could go all the way and go 15-0 with Joe Burrow winning the Heisman? Heck no.
15-0, that's hard to do. Going in that SEC championship game, I knew our defense could slow them down. But man, our offense is just horrible, man. And I was on the Jake Fromm train for 3 years. I backed him up, made excuses.
Yeah.
But man, he would just miss wide open wide receiver for no reason. Like it didn't make no sense.
Yeah.
But anyway, that's a whole different story. But LSU, man, that's another thing. You bring up LSU. Yes, we hired a new coordinator to kind of do an air raid type throw around like LSU did. And yes, we hired a passing quote unquote coordinator from he was at Southern Miss. He was actually the offensive coordinator for Southern Miss and left to be an analyst, quote unquote, for Georgia.
Oh yeah.
So you tell people that, oh, you just think you're gonna be the LSU offense for that. No, I don't believe that. But I do believe our offense will be more productive. Instead of getting down to the damn 30-yard line and getting a field goal, I believe we'll get a touchdown. And that's what I mean by more productive.
Kentucky will beat Auburn 28-24, says Junkyard Dog. You think it'd be that close?
I think it can.
Yeah.
They got two. Make sure my phone don't cut off on. They got two good running backs. That Rose, Cavassier or I heard it earlier. I can't remember. Who is it?
I don't know who Kentucky has at running back.
And then they got one Rose, and he's a big old back, and I can't think of the other one. Supposedly they're gonna have one of the best offensive line in the country. They're gonna with Mark Stoops. They're gonna have.
They normally do. I mean, they got some good O line. You can't.
I think it's gonna be a more power run with a quarterback. He's gonna run the ball. running back. I don't think their defense is going to be as good as it was in 2018, but it's going to be a good. Since he's been there, it's been a tough defense. And Auburn lost a lot on defensive line, and that was their strong point last year. I'm not a big believer in Bo Nix. He didn't. I mean, their offense.
Oh, here's another thing too. Their quarterback most likely will be Joey Gatewood. He transferred from Auburn.
I don't know if he's going to be. Supposedly, I don't know if you heard about this.
I've heard.
Supposedly, they gave a gentleman's agreement that Auburn would help Joey Gatewood get eligible as long as they didn't play him in that first game. I know Uncle Lou talked about it the other day, but it was a gentleman's handshake through the phone that they would not play him versus Auburn at week 1.
So will it be
the hell with that? What the hell are they gonna do?
Will it be this Terry Wilson guy then? Because I know I've heard of him.
He played in 2018, and he transferred from Oregon. Mm-hmm. He is a dual threat. That's not a dual threat. He can run around. That's all. He can't throw. He ain't very accurate.
Yeah,
but he's speedy. So that's what I think. That's what you're gonna see out of Kentucky this year. A lot of like option type stuff. You know.
Oh yeah.
Runs with the quarterback.
Wildcat, literal wildcat formation.
But what if Terry Wilson, say they shake like, yeah, we're not gonna play Joe Gatewood, but then Terry Wilson gets hurt on the first down play of the game. What the hell are you gonna do? Piss on that handshake. This ain't golf. We don't have gentlemen's agreements and gentlemen rules, that unwritten rules like in baseball and golf, that you don't do certain things. This is football.
Right.
Piss on that. Joey Gatewood better come his ass in the game if he's able to play.
Exactly.
So
if he can play, he should play. I think that's how it should be for college football. Now, of course, it's up to the coaches. We can't say nothing, but man, if you know he's the best player in that position and he can play, why are you going to just sit him? And we've seen that so many times.
If he's eligible to play, you didn't bring him into play, you're stupid.
Right. If you knew there was a chance he could have done it, and oh, well, I still like our backup. Okay, that's cool. Maybe he's just as good. But, I mean, like Bryce Young, clearly, at least in my opinion, from what I've seen from him, probably it's clear that he's better than Mac Jones. But here's the thing with Mac Jones, he's got the experience.
Yep.
You know? Well, I think at some point it's possible.
I agree back to what I said earlier about being. I think all teams going to be more conservative this year.
Oh yeah. Well, Bama's probably going to run the ball more anyway.
But it also could be opposite of that, because you think about this: every player gets this year's, it don't even count. So if it looks like Mac Jones is terrible and Bryce Young is the answer, why not bring him in?
Right.
You know, but and I don't think it's gonna be like, it'll be more teams like Kentucky or lower level teams that would have
like that you
redshirt a guy, but this year why redshirt him? Because they don't count against his eligibility.
Yeah, like Felipe Franks at Arkansas, you know.
He technically gets another year if you think about it.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, because if I understood this right, and I might be wrong, so don't hold me to this, but I read this right, heard it right. This year don't count towards nobody's eligibility.
Oh yeah.
You could be a 5th-year senior, and basically this season don't even count because of the corona.
Oh yeah.
I guess because what if okay, I guess say like Justin Fields or somebody high. I think it's more for the high-profile players. But what if Trevor Lawrence and Justin Fields are going to be a first-round draft pick? What if you got a quarterback that could be good, in the third game he gets corona and has to miss 2 or 3 games? I guess it's for that. But if I'm correct, I think that's what I've heard, that this season don't count towards nobody. So you technically could play Bryce Young every season, and next year he'll be a freshman. It won't even count. It won't even count towards his eligibility.
Honestly, I mean, I guess that's good for players, but at the same time, man, it's just stupid how they're being because of the whole flu and everything. I mean, it's just weird how they're doing it.
I guess what it is like, this corona shit hit during baseball season. And I love college baseball.
Oh, heck yeah. MLB
Georgia,
and all.
Georgia had a hell of a team, but then they lost to Georgia Southern, was headed to Florida, and before they even got to the line, Florida line, they were told to turn back around and go back to the house that the season was canceled. So they gave every player, another year eligibility. I guess they just thought about why give them an extra year eligibility for a Corona year, but you're not going to give a football player that, even if the season gets finished, which I honestly don't think it will. But I think that, did you see the rules for the SEC to play games?
Maybe.
The SEC ain't playing games about playing games because they serious. Because if I'm not mistaken, I can't remember the exact number. You probably can look it up. I think as long as you got like 55, 60 players, the game will still go on. And even if you have less than that, you can still choose to play the game.
Yeah.
And you ain't got but 85 scholarships. So if you got 60, I think it's 55 or 60 players that can play, you can still choose to play the game.
This whole deal, too, I'm going to opt out of the season to prepare for the draft. You know how you prepare for the draft? Is you go and play and make sure you got some more film on you. Oh, I want to be safe about it.
When Georgia fans
going out with this virus going around, and you're saying it's safe to play around other players. Wear a mask. You got all that.
That's why I was upset with Jamie Newman. Was not because he decided that maybe it's best for his family not to play, because supposedly he had a grandmother or grandfather or somebody, and that's fine. I mean, that's your choice, but
right.
Why wait till 3 weeks for the season, then say the coronavirus is too bad when it's actually is a lot less now than what it was?
It's like nothing right now.
But
honestly,
I don't get mad about that because at least he done it now. At least he didn't wait to today to do it.
Mm-hmm.
But supposedly, Jamie Newman I ain't saying this is why he opted out, that he was going to lose his job. I'm not saying that, because to me, everything I read, he was clearly the starter. But he hurt his foot in like the summer mini camps. When they came back in June, they got camp. He hurt his foot, had a foot injury, and he missed like half of the first practices. So DeJuan and JT took all them reps from him because he couldn't play until he got healed up and came back. So maybe that's a good thing in the long run, that they got them extra reps that they wouldn't have got if he would have, would have been healthy and then decided to opt out. But
right,
I don't know, man. I'm worried about the Georgia's quarterback more than any position on it. Like, we lost a lot of offensive line.
I don't know if I was talking with you about this, or maybe it was someone like Chess or whoever, but a Georgia fan, and I said, y'all got great running backs, just run the football, but you got to think at some point you got to throw the football around, and you guys need that. You haven't had that in a long time.
Oh, talking about, it happened about 40
as far
minutes
as running
ago.
an offense with this whole quarterback situation.
Talking about playing opting out. Rondé Moore from Purdue.
Yeah,
he's coming back and playing.
Oh, is he?
Yeah.
Are you serious?
Yeah, it's on Bleacher Report. About 40 minutes ago, we were talking. I didn't look at my phone, but I happened to see it. But
yeah, I think he's a
senior this year. He's predicted to be a first round draft pick.
He's good. Yeah, 45 minutes ago, ESPN. Purdue wide receiver Rondale Moore opts back in for the season.
Yeah. That's good. That's good for college football.
Heck yeah, man. Do you think so? I doubt every player is going to opt back in, but could we possibly see the next few weeks with Big Ten coming back and everything, and maybe even some SEC players? Could players be opting back in going forward?
Well, like that Rashad Bateman, from Minnesota. He's from South Georgia. He's from Tifton, Georgia. He played for Tift County. He opted back in. He was supposedly a top 10 team stat line. Yeah, Kevin's right. Like, that's what the problem was last year. They stat the line because they knew Jake Fromm couldn't complete a pass 4 yards down the line of scrimmage.
Mm-hmm.
But anyway, I hope so. I would like Micah Parsons for Penn State.
Yeah,
I would love to see him come back and play. And
Jamar
Chase.
He's probably the best linebacker in this draft class too, and he
he's a top
opted out. He had a chance.
But man, but what was crazy to me is like some of these players opted out before the season was even canceled for the Big Ten.
Yeah.
So maybe someone won't come back, someone will, but I don't like Rashad Bateman. He signed with an agent, so he's trying to get a waiver for the NCAA for him to come back. But he'll get it because the NCAA gives out permission like damn candy on trick or treat or something.
Yeah. What's up, Neil?
How y'all doing?
Doing great.
Neil?
I'm doing all right.
Awesome.
I'll let you talk. Last time you got kind of mad at me because I said me and Jesse was talking too much.
Oh well, I just couldn't get a word in. I'm not worried about it. I'm not worried about it. If I don't get to talk, I don't get to talk. But I usually don't have a whole lot to say anyway. So
I'll ask you this though. SEC's back this week. Alabama's back. How big of a matchup? Or I guess do you think it's going to be a super huge blowout against Missouri this week?
Well, I wouldn't have thought as big as what everybody's predicting. I'm seeing score. I'm seeing predictions of 40-7, 48-10. I'm seeing big blowouts.
I probably could see something like if Bama won 35-10. That seems a little reasonable. That's 25 points. Here they're saying they could win by 40 or 50. I don't know if it'll be that.
I can see Georgia and Alabama both winning by 2 touchdowns and being fine with that, in my opinion.
Oh yeah.
That's what I mean. Go ahead. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
I was listening to that, that Touchdown Alabama magazine.
Stephen Smith.
Yeah. It comes the live show that they were doing.
Yeah.
And one person there was predicting 48-10, which I thought was kind of ridiculous.
Yeah. I mean, heck, if Mizzou proves to be as good, because you also got to think it's a road game in the SEC. Now, I don't know how big it is in what they call the zoo, but I do know SEC is always great at home. So, I mean, heck, it could come down to the wire. If Missouri actually gives it their best, it could be closer than we think.
Yeah.
There's not going to be much of a home field advantage this year. I don't.
No.
Reduced capacities.
Yeah.
And Mizzou don't hold 50,000 people or some shit like that. It ain't very many anyway. Yeah. Half of their stadium is that damn rock. Them rocks to make into an M.
Yeah,
for no damn reason. But I just think the scores this year just going to be. You got to just look at it a different way. Like I was saying, I think Alabama and Georgia could beat Arkansas by 14, 21 points.
Oh yeah,
and be okay with that versus last year, this year, or next year, beat them by 30. That's just what I feel like it's going to be. But I could be wrong.
Yeah. Fallon, I've got to ask you something, man. Were you surprised this morning on the morning show when Lou hit you with all this?
When he brought me on and everything out of nowhere. Yeah, I'm like, what? He said, Ballard, I'm going to call you. And I'm like, oh crap.
No, I don't mean that. I mean the matter that he wanted to talk to you about. Were you a little surprised to hear all that?
Oh, with the unprofessional show and all that?
Yes. I mean, I know you're going to be on it, but were you surprised that anything was said about that?
Yeah, I mean, and of course after the show and everything, I guess Chess was watching. He was texting me through it, and I got back with him after, and we kind of cleared things up,
Yeah.
There was some stuff that we we talked about. I'm not going to get into all the details, but
right.
You know, it was kind of a mix-up, a couple stuff out of context, but we got it cleared up. It's all good.
Yeah, because Chess did a live stream earlier in the day during my lunch. During my lunch break, and I was on there with him.
Yeah.
I mean, not on there with him. I was messaging him through the, through the regular chat
and stuff.
Yeah, and I asked him point blank. I said, Chess, is Ballard going to continue to be your co-host? I wanted to know straight up if he was ditching you or not. And basically what he said to me was, he said, Ballard is the unprofessional sports show. I'm never going to get rid of Ballard.
Yeah. Well, see, here's the thing. It caught me by surprise when Lou brought it up because I got home from work pretty late last night. I was tired. I just wanted to go to bed. It was late, and I was just tired. So I didn't realize anyone was. I guess I realized people were live, like Carter or whoever. I think it was on Carter's stream. I realized it, but I'm like, I'm not dealing with it. I'm just gonna go to bed. So I had no idea anything was said until Lou said something this morning, and he showed on the stream on the morning show what happened.
I know. Like, I was at work, but I was listening.
Yeah.
And then Chess fell asleep.
Do what?
You remember when Chess, he was on that stream earlier with Chess when he fell asleep on the damn couch? I said, damn, man, get your ass.
Yeah, right.
Oh, Chess, boy, god damn, what crazy.
Chess, wake up.
He is funny. He is
hilarious. You know?
Yeah.
Oh. Who's Alabama got week 2?
Week 2?
Texas A&M.
Is it A&M already?
Yeah.
Let's see.
I'm pretty sure. Look it up, Ballard, just to be sure.
Yeah, here's the schedule. At Missouri, home against A&M. At Ole Miss, home against Georgia. At Tennessee, home against Mississippi State. At LSU, home against Kentucky. Home for the Iron Bowl. And at Arkansas is their schedule.
So y'all about like us. That game at Tennessee after Georgia. And we got y'all, and then we go at Kentucky. That could be 2 games. That could be 2 games right there that, what if Georgia and Alabama comes down to the last drive? That's an emotional, draining game. That could go either way. And we both got to go on the road the next weekend. That could be interesting. Them 2 games right there.
Bama opens it.
Yeah.
Bama opens it up and closes the season with a road game, some home games in between, if that sums it up for you.
Yeah, I know who you're talking about, but
Lee, I'm pretty worried about y'all.
Yeah.
You want to?
I said I'm pretty worried about y'all, Lee.
You are worried about us, or you're not?
Yeah. Yes, I am.
Oh, I'm worried about y'all. Trust me.
You think we're worried, Neo?
Man, we had y'all last in 2017, 2018. We had y'all on the ground, and Kirby Smart just.
It was right there in your hands, dude.
Oh man,
why do you think I'm worried? Why do you think I'm worried? They're going to want payback.
In 2017 we lost to Auburn, and it come down to the Iron Bowl, who was going to play Georgia in the SEC championship game. I said I want Bama. I said I don't care about Auburn. They can piss on the pants. I don't care. We can beat Bama. I know we can. Our defense has played several. Because Jalen Hurts was not a great passer. He could throw, but he was more of a runner. We have played against quarterbacks all year that with his same skill set. We can shut him down. But all my friends wanted Auburn.
And y'all did.
Yeah. They all wanted Auburn. They all want them. They beat y'all, and we got them. We beat the hell out of them. And then y'all beat Clemson, we beat Oklahoma. I was like, I told my buddy, my best friend, I said, you got what you wanted? We beat Auburn. Now it's time for me to get what I wanted. And we shut Jalen Hurts' ass down. And I remember telling
what happened? Hey, what happened 10 months later, though?
Yeah.
You know?
I said, Jalen, I said, they finna put that true freshman in, Tua. They finna put him in. And I wasn't worried about it. And then he just lit our asses up.
And Tua was born.
Yep.
Rest is history.
I still remember it. It was third down. Yep. It was like 3rd and 6. We was about to sack Tua. He was about to be sacked, and he run out of it and threw for a first down. And that was the drive that y'all scored y'all's first touchdown. And it was over with right then.
Was that when you said we probably need to get it together? Was that like the moment?
Yeah.
I remember
we didn't prepare for Tua at all. But
no Bama fans, and I'm sure Neo, I'm not sure about you, but I knew about Tua. I didn't realize he was that great when they put him in, because even Bama fans were like, who the heck is this guy? Where's Jalen?
I knew who he was. I'd seen all kinds of highlights on him. So I knew. I said when they put him in, I said, okay, we may have a ball game.
Say no one could say his name. Now it's like Tonga Vailoa. I called him even his first name I messed up. Tago Valiola. No.
There's no head coach that can take what was Jalen Hurts, like 15-1 the first year, or 14-1, and then I mean, a 25-game win quarterback, take him out halfway through the national championship game and get away with it. Right. No other head coach, Nick Saban, can do that.
I mean, this is a guy that started. He was actually 13. Think about it. Jalen Hurts was actually, I think, 13-1. 15 games. The one loss was against Clemson. He technically didn't start his freshman year in the first game against USC. He started the next week and took it from there. Yeah. So he pretty much has a 13-1 record. Then it's like, they actually end up with that same record.
Went 11-1 and then 12-1 to 13-1. The year they won the national championship, technically.
So you add that up and it's 26-2. But had he started that USC game, it would have been something like 27-2. If you want to.
The next year, our defense had 0 pass rush. We couldn't get us. We couldn't pay for a sack.
Oh yeah.
SEC championship game, Tua couldn't even think without getting sacked. If he didn't throw the ball as soon as it snapped, we were sacking him. And that's what ended up knocking him out of the game. Was a sack. He stepped a damn offensive line, stepped on his damn foot.
Oh yeah.
And knocked him out of the game. I said, here comes Jalen Hurts. I said, we're finna whip the hell out of these boys.
Oh yeah.
Come back to win a damn game.
So honestly though, like when Jalen Hurts came in to replace Tua in that SEC title game, were you like, oh crap, now we got to deal with another backup? Were you like,
we won the game. In my mind, we won the game.
So I know exactly what you were thinking, Big Lee. You were like, oh, we've dealt with his rear end in the national title game.
He can't do shit.
He can't throw the football. That dude was lighting it up with those passes. Jalen Hurts stayed at Alabama to improve as a passing quarterback, and it showed.
Hey, Ballard.
Yes,
Ballard. I have to admit, when they put Jalen in that SEC championship game, I was thinking the same thing Big Lee was. I was thinking, oh my God, we're done. We're done.
I guess I felt that way a little bit, but I like Jalen, and I'm like, hey, if there's one thing I know about him and Nick Saban, they've worked with them. The question is, how much have they worked with them? You know,
the only thing I can say Georgia did against Tua, the only thing they did that makes me sleep at night good is they can say what they want to. We cost Tua the damn Heisman because he looked like pure trash.
That's true.
That's fair.
That's true.
Because he looked like pure. He didn't know what a football was in that game. He was missing wide open passes. He couldn't stand in the pocket. Like where the fuck is this? I'm sorry, Where has this damn pressure been the whole darn time, the whole season?
I want to know what it is that Jake Fromm was able to do so great. He did great against Alabama both times. Where was that against teams like Auburn?
Exactly. That 2018 game, Jake Fromm can read a defense. His mind is elite. In between his ears, if you took his brain and stuck that on Jacob Eason's body,
his mind might be great, but his playing and his decision making.
Exactly. He knows, like, in 2018 it was the same thing. In 2017 and 2019, well, 2019 was the worst season he ever had. 2018 he looked good at times. He played good against Alabama. I think both games he was like 250.
He played better against Alabama. He played better against Alabama than he did anybody else.
And that's what I told him. In 2019, we played LSU. It's like, you think Georgia got a chance? Be honest, don't be a homer. I was like, well, I will say this: the three games that Jake Fromm played in Mercedes-Benz Stadium were some of his best games ever. Mm-hmm. So in my mind, 2019 going against LSU, I'm just thinking maybe Jake Fromm can just complete passes. First play of the game, Dominique Blaylock wide ass open for a touchdown. He misses him. Wide open. And I was like, that's the game. That's it. We're done. We can't do shit. But against Alabama in 2018, he looked like damn Joe Montana out there.
Yeah. I mean, Jake Fromm, I was very impressed his freshman year. He did great leading Georgia to, I mean, except for that Armor game, that's a Jordan Hare and all, blah, blah, blah. I want to know what happened to Jake Fromm that he declined so much with his decision-making because he was great as a freshman. Then his sophomore year, it's like, Fromm, what the heck are you doing?
And this ain't like, see, I told you so type thing.
Right.
Like Uncle Lou, 2017. That's one reason I couldn't talk bad about Jake Fromm because I had 2017 season in my whole head. But even Uncle Lou in 2017, I went back and watched some old videos just because when I was bored, like 2 or 3 months ago, from the 2017 season, because that's one of the greatest seasons I ever had as a Georgia football fan. But even back then, he was like, oh, yeah, Jake Fromm is going to be great. But he never did. He never, 2017 season was his threshold, and he never got past it, ever. Like, you go back to the Rose Bowl, it was the drive that Nick Chubb run the wild dog and scored a touchdown. He was about to be sacked like 10 yards behind the line of scrimmage, and he run for a first down. Where was that at in 2017, 2018, 2019? You never seen that again. It's like I believe Kirby Smart was in his head said, you go back to 2019, you watch when he's about to get sacked, he just curled the ball up and took it. He didn't try to run. 2018 was about the same way, and I don't know. He just
it's crazy, man.
Was his threshold, and he never got better.
He regressed every year, didn't he?
Yeah, 2018 was his best season for his yards, but 2018 was a good year for his stats. But 2019, man, like everybody, all the fans, like all the what Lou calls the Disney dogs, like, oh, these wide receivers ain't getting open, blah blah blah, this and that. Wide receivers were finally getting separation, and he would just throw it over their damn heads, or underthrow them, or just take a damn unnecessary sack. Like, he ain't the fastest, but if a 400-pound defensive lineman is about to sack you, can move up.
You gotta get away.
About to elude him. I mean, he wouldn't do that. He wouldn't even try to move. He would just take. At 2019, I do agree. Yeah, that maybe that's what he should have done because our backup situation quarterback was terrible. We had Stinson Bennett, and the rest of them were walk-ons.
Right.
So maybe 2019, I understand it, but 2018, he just would not even attempt to take a step towards the damn line.
Yeah.
But
thanks, Gold and Blue Dude. I appreciate that. I just saw the comment you put on that video I uploaded earlier. I mean,
Well, what team does he root for gold and blue?
I think he's West Virginia, actually.
Oh, well,
I'm not mistaken. I'm not sure. I could be wrong. Let me know.
Well, in West Virginia, I can't talk too shit. They run all over our asses in 2005.
Oh, did you play them at some point?
Well, that's when Katrina hit, so the Sugar Bowl was in Atlanta.
Yeah.
And they beat the living hell out of us.
Uh-huh.
They had, I think it Pat, what was that name? Pat White?
I'm not sure.
And they had 2 running backs, and they just run all over our ass. We couldn't do nothing. That was the coach that was supposed to be Alabama's coach, but he screwed y'all and went to Michigan. Oh, I can't. What's his damn name? He was supposed to come to Alabama before Nick Saban got there, but he screwed y'all. Supposedly,
and we end up getting Mike Shula, correct?
No, you end up getting Nick Saban. Because he didn't come.
You're talking about Rich Rodriguez, aren't you?
Rich Rodriguez.
Oh, yeah. I know. Is it Rich?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. It was.
He was supposed to come to Alabama, but said the hell with y'all and went to damn Michigan and they didn't do shit.
Nope.
That's the best thing that happened to y'all.
Yeah, that's what I was fixing to say.
I mean, but he had a hell of a team at West Virginia, man. He beat the shit out of us.
Oh yeah.
I mean, it was crazy. I mean, so ever since then, I can't say too much about. Tell Crimson Brave that if he gonna troll, at least get his damn words spelled right.
Yeah, right. No, but I agree with the comment though. I mean, Kirby. Oh well, Kirby's one of these head coaches on the rise, and I'm like, well, why can't he coach an offense?
I have a comment about that right there. What he says, I agree. But I'm not going to say he chose from. In 2018, you just had a quarterback that lost 2 games.
Yeah.
Okay. He comes into next year. He knows the whole scheme.
Mm-hmm.
Justin Fields, probably talent-wise, is way better than Fromm. I'm not saying I agree with that 100%. You can't take Justin Fields, a square peg, and stick him to a round hole, and that's what we try to do with him.
Yeah,
and that's what so in that scheme that we run, that offense we run, Fromm was better than Fields in that scheme.
Yeah, because it's also like you just said, that scheme. It's
better than Fromm. Right. I'm not. So don't nobody try to troll me and say that I'm. But Fields is better than Fromm in the scheme that Fields is in now. But what we try to run in 2018, Fromm was ahead of Fields.
Yeah.
If they would have took Fields and built the offense around him, because I know fat guy, what's his damn name? Went to Tennessee, Jim Chaney, he can run an offense like that. Look at Tennessee's offense last year. That's what Justin Fields can run.
Yeah,
but
because like you just said, it was scheme. Because when we look at quarterbacks, we always look at, oh, well, he's a 5-star. This is a 3-star.
Yeah.
He's better. Talent wise, he might be better, but you also got to make sure you got the right coaches that he can learn under. That you got the right play calling, the right type of way you run things.
Yep.
You know, scheme, like you said, the right scheme has to fit the quarterback.
They should have either changed our offense or not even recruited Justin Fields. 1 to 2. I would assume they recruited a quarterback that fit our scheme versus Justin Fields.
Yeah.
Just my opinion on it.
What were you saying, Neil?
Kevin Cook says, sounds like you did Bama a favor. Who is he talking about?
Tua or I don't know.
Rodriguez not coming?
Maybe.
About what?
Rich Rodriguez not taking the Bama job or whatever.
Did y'all know that Jake Fromm was committed to Alabama before he committed to Georgia?
Oh, was he?
Yeah.
That was the first.
I didn't know that.
Okay, this is what happened
Thank
with that.
God, he's
Kirby Smart. This is what the rumor boards say. Kirby Smart, coached Alabama in 2015. Jake Fromm was committed to Alabama. Okay,
he wanted Kirby.
They say Kirby Smart took a picture of Alabama's recruiting board showed it to Jake Fromm.
I heard about that.
Yeah, showed him this. Now I don't know if it's true or not. I don't know. I mean, this is what I've heard from Georgia fans and Alabama fans. So this is going by what I've heard. He showed Jake Fromm that picture. Jake Fromm always wanted to go to Georgia. See, Mark Richt and we had Schottenheimer as our offensive coordinator pissed Jake Fromm and him and his family off. That's why he committed to Alabama.
Yeah.
Okay.
Crimson Brave says you need a grown-up passing game and playmaking QB. Well, yeah, that's just how it's looking right now. Like, take Trevor Lawrence and Clemson. Take Justin Fields and Ohio. I mean, you need guys that can throw that football.
You know what that's saying right there, Ballard? That's like saying you need to win the numbers to win the lottery. No shit.
Yeah,
I know that.
right.
But anyway, Jake Fromm, he committed to Alabama, committed to Georgia, and then they went after Tua after that. And then where's his history?
Oh yeah,
because they did not offer Tua a offer until after Jake Fromm left, and he was committed to USC or Oregon. I can't remember which one. And then you know how Tua is. His daddy beats the hell out of him with a stick if he throws an interception.
Yeah, he was originally committed to USC, I think.
When Alabama offered him, his daddy told him he was going to Alabama.
Yep.
And then
tied his right arm to his side and said, "You have to throw left-handed." I'm not trying to
bullshit on that story. I call complete bullshit on that story right there.
That's what I've heard, at least. I know his dad was
right-handed quarterback and make him left-handed when everybody wants a right-handed quarterback. That makes zero sense.
I do know this, and I'm not trying to be stereotypical or a jerk or anything, but it is a little weird how their family is with the Samoan culture and all that. I mean, it is pretty weird how they are. Well, I don't know if that whole tie your arm down thing is real, but
that religion or they're Christians.
Well, they're Christians. They got a lot of great faith, and you got to respect that about them. But
it's more of a like the Old Testament, like you go about what the Father says type stuff.
Proverbs
and that's everything. What he does. Because I remember. Trust me, I seen every fucking interview that Tua had because of the SEC championship game. After the national championship game, that's why I disliked him so much because all I seen was interviews about him. But he went by what his father said. He said his father knows best, and that's more of an Old Testament type thing. And
his decision to go into the NFL was not him; it was his dad.
Oh yeah, I just do him. Like I'm very surprised that his brother went to Maryland. Like I don't know if that was his father.
I think that was because of Mike Locksley.
Mike Locksley, yeah,
the former offensive. He helped Alabama and Tua in 2018 when they got blown out by Clemson that year. I don't know where it was that night, but he helped Tua improve. So and Talia, I'm not going to sit here and say he wants to be like his brother. He wants to be himself, but he's like, hey, if it helped my brother, it can help me. What's up, Jesse J? What's up, brother?
Jesse J, what's up, man?
Okay, now
if he wants to join, but
okay, now I'm not going to get a word in, so I'll just be quiet.
Go ahead, Neo. Go ahead.
I'm just kidding.
When I get to drinking, I get to damn talking. I'm about 8 beers in, and I'm a talking joker right now.
No, you shut up.
Jesse, I'm just messing with you.
Just cool. We go with the flow. That's what I like.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm ready. I'm so damn ready for that. I mean, I'm so damn ready for Saturday. I can't taste it, man. I mean, it's just crazy.
The smell of the air outside, it just smells like fall, doesn't it? College football here, man.
Like the weather's getting cold. We've had a slight cold front.
I'm in Florida. We're not there yet, but hey, pretty soon, I'm sure.
Yeah, pretty soon we'll have a 70 you'll like to freeze to death out there. But yeah.
What's the temperature there, Ballard?
Right now, let me check.
Yeah.
Because again, I'm in Florida. I don't know what it is, but apparently, if you're an Alabama fan, you're automatically in Alabama. Well, aren't you in Dallas, Neo? If I'm not mistaken.
Yes, I
Around
am.
there.
Okay.
88 degrees here.
It's 77 here in South Georgia.
It's 79 here.
The lowest is supposed to
where
get.
about where you at, Ballard? I'm coming down that way tomorrow. You're at 11 degrees warmer than I am, and you ain't about 4 hours away.
Oh, yeah.
I'm headed to Orlando.
Next week, like, look at Tuesday. It looks like it's going to rain a little bit, but the lowest it's supposed to get is like 69. So it's getting, pretty soon in like October and November, we get towards like Thanksgiving and Halloween and all that. It starts to cool down a bit. It's not like it's 90-degree weather like it was in the summer.
So, Neo, did you go to Alabama, or you just became an Alabama fan and moved to Texas, or how'd that work?
Yeah, I lived in Alabama most of my life. I've been living in Dallas for about 8 years.
What part of Alabama are you from?
Birmingham.
Oh, okay, yeah. So you right there among all of them.
Yeah.
I used to deliver to a lot of stores in Alabama. I've been like Georgia, Alabama, and Florida. I've been about every square inch there is available to drive. But yeah, Alabama fans. I mean, I always wore a Georgia hat. So according to where I was at, I got shit talked everywhere I went in Alabama. Auburn, Alabama, 1 and 2. So
yeah.
I always like to find out how people became a fan. They just liked them because it was good at the time and then stuck with them, or the family.
No, my family was we were all Alabama fans. So
that's how it goes. Like I got a good portion of my family graduated from UGA, but I was a fan before I knew all that. But
yeah, well, I know the only reason why I'm an Alabama fan, because if I didn't say this, you guys would say, you're 18, you live in Florida, you're obviously on the bandwagon. No. My parents went to Alabama. They met in Alabama. I was born in Alabama.
Yeah.
They went to school there, everything like that. So it's basically because of my parents, and I grew up saying Roll Tide with them and everything.
Well, I know like your buddy Rise Up. He's like 15.
He's clearly
he's an Alabama fan, but he knows about them. He understands. Yeah. So I don't that don't bother me as bad as somebody that, like, while I was going through Alabama or Florida, they just talk shit because I'm wearing a Georgia hat. But then you ask them, what you think you're going to do this year? They couldn't tell you who the damn starting quarterback was. That, to me, that's not a fan. That's just somebody that just likes aggravating people because they beat the hell out of the other team. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. So as long as you know about your team, I don't consider you a bandwagon.
Holy crap, Jesse. So it's been cold here in the AM. Yesterday was 55. High was 68. Holy crap, already? We just hit the first day of fall the other day.
Yeah. The reason people are giving Rise Up such a hard time is because he said he became a Bama fan in 09, which was the year.
That's when it all began.
In 09, he wasn't but like 5 years old, so what the hell does he know?
Yeah, I know, but people like to do that.
But there's a lot of, like the Braves. I'm a Braves fan, but Braves were big in the 90s, and they was on TBS or Turner Broadcast. I mean, they weren't TBS, but TNT. Right. So you got a lot of fans that were Braves fans because they was the only ones on TV. Same way with like Notre Dame. So I understand that. That don't bother me. How you become a fan of somebody out of state. Like I love all my Georgia teams. Braves. I'm not a real big NBA fan, but like if I love the state of Georgia, so I love all my Georgia teams.
Oh yeah.
So, but if you're not a fan, if you live in freaking California, but you're a Texas fan, I want to know how you.
See, because college is like this. It's like this now. You pull for, like if you're my age, you kind of follow along with your parents. They pull for Alabama because they went to Alabama. Now, I pull for the local teams living in Florida, in the Tampa area with the Rays and the Bucks and, all that. I pull for the local teams, pro leagues. But college, when it comes to college, see, you're going to pull for your local pro teams for your hometown or wherever you live. And college is always going to be, where did I get my education? Where did I, make all my friends and stuff? Where did I go to school?
Y'all look at Crimson's comment. He said, That's not even the reason why. It's that he can't answer any questions. Anytime you ask him something, he just goes on Google and looks it up. And look at the one underneath it. Look at the one underneath it.
Oh my God! Who said this? The James Stallings thing. He actually believed he's a player committing.
Rise up off that, I think.
Rise up.
Yeah. He does. Well, you got to think. 09, what's that? 11 years ago, he was 4. He don't know what the fuck. He don't even know nothing about football when he's 4 years old.
Yeah.
But he knows about them Falcons. I will give him that for sure.
That's fair.
Yeah, he does.
He knows about. I watched it. I told Bella earlier. I try to watch him. His damn voice. It's like somebody just screeching damn fingernail across a chalkboard.
They're gonna win the Super Bowl.
Very high pitch.
He's a good guy though. I respect Rise Up.
He's 15 years old. He don't even know nothing about working yet. So
yeah, that's true.
I give him. He knows his shit. That's why I like him. He knows his stuff. So any fan of a team that at least knows what the hell is halfway going on, I respect that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But anyway, I'm ready for Saturday. Is all I know.
Yes, sir. Hey, 2 days. Just kill the time, man. Make today and Friday.
What time do y'all play Saturday?
7 Eastern, I think. About 7 or 7:30.
7 Eastern. Yeah, that's it.
That's what sucks about the 10-game schedule. You ain't got the 7 games, and they can't be on but 12, 3:34 at 7 o'clock. Right. So you got all these games together. You can't even watch them.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy, man. Because all the great games are all on at once, and you
got Florida, Ole Miss, Kentucky, and Auburn at 12. That's gonna be you got back and forth. Georgia plays at 4. LSU and Mississippi State, which I think that's an underrated game. I think that's going to be a good one.
That's going to be great.
It's at 3:30, and then you got what? Yeah. South Carolina, Tennessee at 7:30. Y'all at 7.
Yeah.
Who am I missing? Who else plays? That's 6 games.
And
we play Arkansas at Vanderbilt. Who's Vanderbilt playing?
Vandy's playing. I'm not sure.
Well, I named all the teams at Vanderbilt and somebody else. Texas A&M.
Yeah, I think A&M plays Vanderbilt. Yeah, and that game's at 7:30 on the SEC Alternative Network, whatever the heck
Nobody
that is.
wants that.
That's premium channel, and this is in Kyle Field too, College Station.
Y'all think Arkansas will win a game this year?
No.
Vanderbilt is their best chance. That Vanderbilt, Kentucky, and Arkansas game, that's about the only chance Vanderbilt and or Kansas have the chance of winning a game this year.
Yep.
We'll see.
Bama fans are gonna miss Tua. I'm glad he's gone. Have fun in the NFL, man. Go. Don't come back and get hurt again. Nah, we'll miss Tua. I'll miss Tua as well.
You rag on Tua more than anybody I know about.
No, what? He doesn't get hurt. Come on.
I'll take Tua with a bum hip. Shit, we couldn't throw a ball past 20 yards past the line of scrimmage.
Yeah.
But y'all did have what, 2 first-round draft picks, a wide receiver, and probably 1 or 2 round wide receivers now. So I mean that does help out.
Yeah.
We got a first-round draft pick now. We just hope he stays healthy with George Pickens.
Yeah.
It's crazy to think that Georgia has had all these great players, but we've only had one 1,000-yard receiver ever in the history of Georgia, and he barely broke that. It was like 1,004 yards.
Mm-hmm.
FSU Miami, I don't believe that's going to be a game. Florida State's horrible.
I don't know. It's a rivalry. Here's the thing, and
Go ahead.
Everything I've brought up today, you can always go back and watch Uncle Lou's morning show and recap it. But I said,
hey, yo, I gotta go. I'll see y'all later.
All right, thanks,
man.
It's just a rivalry that's always interesting. I think it might not be close. It might. I don't know, but
I believe that. I do believe in the rivalry stuff, but Florida State is just that bad, man.
And Miami's actually looking pretty good so far.
You know, Miami look okay. I mean, hard to tell about UAB and Louisville. I thought Louisville was gonna beat them, but Louisville looked like pure trash too.
Yeah.
But Florida State, I live closer to Florida State. I live closer to Tallahassee than I do Athens. So I got a lot of Florida State fans, and that's one reason I hate them so much. But like a player from our high school, which is like a mile from my house, he went and played at Florida State, DJ Lundy. But as I root for him, but he ain't played yet. But what I'm about to get to, they're just horrible, man. The quarterback's not good. The offensive line couldn't hold a bucket of water. And the defense is really what they've been known for the last 3 or 4 years. Even when it was bad, they always had a good defense. The defense didn't even look that good against Georgia Tech.
Yeah.
And Mike Norvell came in, which I thought that was a good hire. He come in. You had all the racial stuff. You had all the racial stuff about him saying he talked to every player one-on-one about George Floyd and all that stuff. And then you got your best player on defense come out and say that's a bunch of bullshit.
Yep.
That to me, he started off on the wrong foot. Then stuff came out about him hiding coronavirus stuff. Now he's got the coronavirus and he's been out for the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So I don't.
Kevin Cook says someone can push Tua. Oh, go ahead. I was just reading this comment. Someone could push Tua around in a wheelchair and he can still throw better than Fromm.
I could play a quarterback, and I think we could win just as many games as Fromm did. You know what I mean?
Did you see where Jake Fromm had his offensive line, his receivers? Basically, the offense was out there. There was no defensive players on the field, and he still sucked.
Oh no, with the Bills.
No, I was making that up. That's
all. I will say with old damn Fromm though, I think he's gonna make a good football coach. He's smart. He knows what the hell's going on. I mean,
he's a game. What does Lou call him? Uncle Lou says he's a game manager.
He's not gonna lose you a game, but he's not gonna win you one.
Right. He'll say, "Yeah, I guess we could do it like this." Like.
My wife, she gets mad. I talk about Jake Fromm, but even she would say he just did not get no better.
Right.
Like he just didn't. Like in my mind, that's why it was hard for me to admit for a long time that he just ain't got it because of what happened in 2017. But after I went to the Vanderbilt game. After that game, I was like, just like Lou said, our offense is terrible.
Oh yeah.
I'm a drink half full type of guy. I always think positive. So I'm always in my mind. I'm thinking maybe we'll get it together. But in my heart, I knew we was in for a long ride.
Crimson Braves really going after Fromm. Tua with 2 broken hips is more mobile. That's not. Hey.
He ain't lying.
Oh my gosh, Crimson Brave going at it, man.
Like I said, 2017, he run pretty good bit. He had 2 rushing touchdowns against Tennessee.
Yep.
But in 2018, I'm telling you, I just wholly believe Smart told him, do not run.
Yeah.
2018, 2019, do not run. Especially 2019, he would just take a sack 5 yards before the damn defensive lineman got there.
Yep.
But anyway, yeah. Well, Bradley, I need to get off the phone. I need to eat some stuff, but I got to go my butt to bed. I got to get up about 5 hours and go to work.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I think I'm going to try to end the stream here too. Appreciate you coming on, man.
Oh yeah, man, it's always good to talk to you. Like I said about ain't like you went to Alabama, but your parents did, but you know about Alabama. Yeah. I can respect that. That's why
it's in my blood.
I can talk to anybody that knows about their team.
Yes, sir.
That's what I like. But you gonna be on Chess's stream later on tonight? You gotta go to work tomorrow.
I'll show up. I mean, I do have to work tomorrow, but again, I go in at noon, so I mean, it's not like it's super early in the morning.
I'm gonna probably get on. I gotta leave Tifton around about 1:30 and 1 o'clock in the morning, so I'm gonna try to get on and talk to him for a little while tonight. So if I see you, I'll holler at you, man. But good talk to you, bud.
All right, appreciate it, man. Have a good one.
Have a good one. Bye.
Thanks, Big Lee, and everyone else for coming on. Speaking of Chess Hall, and again, we cleared this up this morning on the Unprofessional or on the morning show. Well, how about the Unprofessional Sports Show, though? That is Saturdays at 10 p.m. All the rumors going around. You have got to be kidding me. We'll just move on past it. But it is official. We're still doing the show like we've been doing it Saturdays at 10 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on TikTok, Chess Hall's channel. Go sub them up. Go say hello. Tell them you love them and all that. Appreciate you, man. Love you, brother. And y'all go say hello to them. Appreciate all you guys for showing up. Jesse J, Kevin Cook, Neo, thanks for coming on. Real Big Lee, of course, coming on. Crimson Brave. Ballard, that's me. Golden Blue Dude. We had let's see, did I miss anybody? Jesse. My Nana, love you. Thank you for coming on. Junkyard Dog, The Bet, Jamie Oldman, Marcus Aurelius. You know who you are. You showed up. Atypical Gump. Junkyard. Appreciate all you guys for showing up. As always, like, comment, and subscribe. All that good stuff. Thanks so much for tuning in and watching. And I'll see you guys next time. Until then, Ballard Sports Media. Checking out. Have a good day.